All right, boys and girls, thank you for coming to the carpet so quietly and nicely. We are going to start our book. So yesterday, Mrs. Lee read you a book about a little girl named Sally who got to go to a zoo. You're right. Sally got to go on a trip with her grandma to the zoo, right? And we talked about the emotions that Sally was feeling. Who can raise their hand and tell me a couple of the emotions that Sally was feeling? Johnny. Happiness. Yes, remember Sally was happy. We knew because we saw a smile on her face, right? She was happy about going to the zoo. Holly, what's another emotion that Sally was feeling? That's right. Remember, she was so excited. At one point, she was jumping up and down with a balloon in her hand. She was happy. She was excited. It was good feelings, right? Those feelings that Sally had were good because she was happy and excited to go to the zoo. Today's story is about a different emotion. Today's book is called Bear Feels Scared. Out of these three words, which one describes an emotion or the way we feel? Scared, right. Have any of you ever been scared before? Raise your hand if you've been scared. Mrs. Lee's been scared before. Everybody sometimes feels scared, right? So if you look at the cover of our book, and we look at the title again, Bear Feels Scared, who do you think our main character is in this book? I agree. I think it's the bear, mostly because it's big, and it says Bear Feels Scared right on the cover. So let's look at our book for 1 second, and can anybody give me a prediction or a guess of what Bear might be scared of? Ooh, I heard somebody say the mouse. I'm afraid of mice. I don't like mice in my house. Is anybody else afraid of mice? I know they don't hurt you, but I don't want them in my house. Who else has a prediction about what Bear might be afraid of? Oh, that was a good guess. So Jax saw the storm in the background, and Jax thinks that Bear might be afraid of a storm. Both good guesses. So we made predictions about what we think Bear is scared of. Well, this book, as I already said, is called Bear Feels Scared. And this book was written by Karma Wilson and illustrated by Jane Chapman. Who remembers what it means to be an author of a book? If the book was written by Karma, that means that she's the author. Right, that means she wrote the words in the book, all the text that we see. What does it mean to be an illustrator of a book? Who remembers that one? You remember, it means that they made all the pictures. So they painted or they drew, they made the pictures. The illustrator does the pictures, the author writes the text. Good job, all remembered. Okay, let's find out what Bear is so scared of. So now, when I look at this page, it makes me think of one of the predictions. Do you boys and girls see the storm in the background of this page? I think maybe your prediction was right. Bear feels scared. In the deep, dark woods by the Strawberry Vale, a big bear lumbers down a small, crooked trail. There he goes. Bear's tummy growls as he looks for a snack, but it's cold, cold, cold. So the bear turns back. Just like outside today, it's cold, isn't it? He is not home yet when the sun starts to set, and the bear feels scared. Bear shakes and he shivers as a storm starts to howl. Bear mutters, "What is this? Are there spooks on the prowl?" Oh, he's starting to get scared right away, isn't he? I don't blame him. Here he is out in the woods. The sun is going down. It's getting dark outside. The wind is starting to blow. And look at him. He does look scared. Can you guys see that? The path gets dimmer and the sky grows gray. Bear looks to and fro, but he can't find his way. Boys and girls, can you show me looking to and fro? What does that mean? Yeah, looking in all different directions, right. He's looking, he's trying to find his way. He huddles by a tree and he wails, "Poor me." And the bear feels scared. Meanwhile, back in the warm, cozy lair, friends start to worry for their poor, lost bear. "It is late," Mouse squeaks, "and our bear doesn't roam." "There's a storm," cries Hare. "Shouldn't Bear be home?" Oh, his friends are worried, aren't they? They're home in the warm, cozy lair where they live, and they're worried about Bear. Wren tweets from his perch, "We must all go search." What if Bear feels scared? The friends bundle up and begin to prepare. They form a search party for their long-lost bear. But Bear is all alone, and he sheds big tears. There's a noise in the forest, and he feels big fears. He does look scared, doesn't he? I do not see a smile on his face. Bear trembles in the wind. How he longs for a friend. And the bear feels scared. Badger lights a lamp and he shouts, "Let's go!" All the birds search high, while the rest search low. Good. With a flounce and a flutter, they set off together. They trudge down the trail through the wild, wet weather. Look it, all the friends are on their way to go find Bear. Isn't that awesome? What great friends Bear has. They call, "Ho, Bear! Are you there? Are you there?" And the bear feels scared. Oh, did anybody else spot the bear? Yeah, look it. They're getting closer. But he perks up his ears. Is it Mole calling out? And is that Hare's voice? Does Bear hear him shout? Wren, Owl, and Raven all squawk from the sky. "It is Bear! He is there!" And they sigh a big sigh. The birds could see Bear from up above, couldn't they? There's the birds. There's Bear. By a tree waits Bear, 10 feet from his lair. And the bear looks scared. With a flap and a flurry, all the friends gather near. They give him bear hugs. They calm his bear fear. Oh, that's sweet. What good friends. Look at that picture and look at the cover of our book. The illustrator used the same picture twice, didn't she? Cool. Later in the night, all clustered in a heap, the bear spins stories while his friends fall asleep. Looks like everybody's home safe in the warm lair, doesn't it? Cuddled up tight, they snore through the night. And the bear feels safe. Isn't that a great story about an emotion that we haven't talked about yet? an emotion of being scared, which we all raised our hand and said that once in our life, or more than that, we have felt scared before. But I also really love this story because it talks about one of our rules in our classroom, which is that we're a community, right? Without one of us, we just don't run the way that we should. We need to take care of each other. We need to care about each other. This story is a great story about going out and looking for that one friend that's lost. You know, all those animals, they could have stayed in their nice, warm, cozy lair, but without Bear, the community doesn't run the way it should, just like our classroom. When one of you boys and girls is not here, our classroom just does not run the way that it should. We need everybody here. Everybody has a part, everybody is important, and this book is a great example of teamwork and caring for every part of the team, right? Everybody matters. Everybody matters in this book, everybody matters in this classroom. This is a great book. Even though the emotion scared isn't a great emotion, it's still a great story.